With Hurricane Florence approaching the East Coast, TV6 reached out to former area residents to learn about how they are preparing for the storm. Sergeant Greg Boal is stationed at Fort Bragg with the U.S. Army.
I'm also a volunteer firefighter in addition to being in the Army. So I've got my phone on me at all times, ready to respond if they call for volunteers to come to the station. But hopefully I'll even be able to get to the station at all.
While military jets and helicopters are being moved inland, personnel on base are preparing for the long haul.
The number one thing is that all non-mission essential personnel have been given Thursday and Friday off. They're not going to be coming into work on those days. Several of the gates have been shut down. All the soldiers in the barracks have been issued MREs, field rations, and there's been water distribution points set up across the base. And of course, obviously, all jumps have been canceled. We wouldn't want to jump in weather like this. So because the beautiful thing about being in the Army is that they will come and find you and make sure you are where you need to be. So I don't have to worry about getting lost or stuck. They will find me and get me to work, or I will get in big trouble. So I'm not too concerned. And I have plenty of MREs to stay well full in the time being, so I'm not worried.
Sergeant Bowles stressed that the unpredictable nature of a hurricane is a factor not considered with Midwestern storms.
I suppose with Iowa, we are more prepared for things like tornadoes and snowstorms, so people know what to expect with those. Those are a little more routine. Like when it snows, we know that it's going to be hard to get around for a couple of days while they plow. Maybe schools will get canceled for a day. But here, we really don't know what to expect. We don't know how strong the hurricane's going to be. We don't even know if it's going to hit us specifically for sure yet. So people are really preparing for the worst here. In Iowa, there's really no need to panic when you know that a blizzard's coming or a tornado's coming, but some people can take it a little extreme with the hurricane, and we really have no idea how bad or how good it's going to be.
Angela Rogers is experiencing her first hurricane and agrees that the preparation is different.
Preparing for a hurricane versus a snowstorm or even a tornado, tornadoes last maybe a couple minutes, whereas hurricanes can hover over you for days. And so we are bracing for what Hurricane Florence is going to be bringing to us, but we are ready.
Angela explained that the sense of community has been helpful in preparing to brave the storm.
Overall, as a community, people are being pretty helpful. If you don't know what you're doing, like me, being from the Midwest, they'll tell you, get tuna, get non-perishables, just get a lot of water, because you don't know and you need to prepare.
Others, like Sarah Harman, say community social media apps have been helpful to prepare.
I'm in a lot of community groups on Facebook, and I am on the Nextdoor app, and basically all through social media, I've just, people have been posting a bunch of different, hurricane prep lists. And so, I just copied down everything from all of those lists. And I was like, okay, we need to fill up the fridge with bottles of water, just all the Tupperware we have and glasses and everything, and fill it up. And, of course we need to go to the store and get bottled water.
And workplace flexibility has been an important part of the preparations.
Both of the places that I work shut down on Tuesday. They kept starting to say that they were going to shut down on Wednesday, and then they moved the timeline up for both places so I could get out earlier. Most places of work have been really, really flexible with this and are just trying to make sure that everyone's safe and can get out.
Getting out is exactly what Sarah did.
Once the storm just kept upgrading, going up to Category 4 and then almost to 5, I was like, nope, I'm out. So we're just really concerned with the flooding, with the possible 40 inches of rain on top of that. And so, if a tree fell down and we couldn't go upstairs, and if it was flooding our first floor, that's worst case scenario.
As Hurricane Florence makes landfall and disaster response begins, TV6 will be sure to bring you the latest updates. In Davenport, KWQC's Sarah Beth Coleman.